Shaman has not had its limit breaks imported, though. So.
Okay, all right. Switch over to your Lumi then, son.
Beeps in the beeps.
I said that on the chat that Shaman wasn't ready yet.
I missed that part.
So what's the party? I have to get rid of Sen.
Trevas,
Put Lumi.
Lumi, me.
Yeah, like everything is done. But I still need the background and stuff. Like
So
this has been
what is it?
streamlined like crazy already.
Oh god, no. Okay. Wow, this is a tall boy party. Okay.
Yeah, big boy.
Oh, brother, they asked you to be here.
Oh, I know.
great.
It's rare that we are actually fighting together. Oh, it's him.
Oh, great! All of you.
Oh, it's him.
Brilliant. An asshole.
I thought I was trying to
You-
ease into this.
What are you calling him an asshole for? You brought him here.
Uh,
You invited him.
I thought it would be the shaman. All right.
Yeah,
He
Benjamin.
comes
Did
by
you guys
here.
meet him?
Not yet.
I'm still confused if it's his name is Benjamin or if the bird's name is Benjamin. It's all very confusing.
Have not had the pleasure, actually. It's too bad.
It was just text messages, on the communicator.
Still haven't figured out these crystalline electric communicators. Very different from the S-Star ones.
Yeah, just get stuck a couple thousand years ago while your planet explodes, and then you kind of get used to it.
Oh god.
You're a smart one. You'll figure it out, brother.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, if I figured it out.
And you'll show me how to do it.
I'm sure you'll figure it out, Blaze.
I'm so excited for today. I have not seen Amaterasu's children in a long time.
Oh, look, guys, it's Caius. Oh, hi, Caius.
Do I have? Where is it?
Brother, I don't think you've had the pleasure of meeting Caius again since we've been gone. Have
Yes,
you?
I did. Yep.
I must not have been there.
I was like, Caius, you old dog. How's it going?
Yaha. Yaha.
Must not have been there then.
Yaha.
No. I met him independently, and I believe you reconvened with him independently too. It's the first time together we've met him, though.
Then maybe we can prove how well we work together to him.
Hmm.
Considering we haven't seen him since, well, I know motion to your arm.
Yes. But we're much stronger now.
Turn that off. All right, we're good. Everyone ready?
Mhm.
All right. As the party manifests into the Colosseum, Caius will walk towards the party, just kind of tilting his head confused.
Yeah, see, we can all be friends. It's great. They like me now.
That's not what we've said.
We
Like's
thought it
a
was
strong word.
I was not aware that you were coming this day. Why are you here?
to challenge Amaterasu's children, of course.
Amaterasu. And you believe I have the power to summon those?
It was added to the board.
No, Caius. It's not you that possesses the power, but me.
the same like blob of dark energy will just kind of manifest and form the shape of a man standing next to Caius, who just kind of extends his arms in a welcoming gesture to Caius Ballad.
What the
We
fuck?
meet again, Spirit. Or should I call you Soze?
You may call me whatever you wish, warrior, so long as you address me as Emperor when the moment is right.
As he appears, Caius will look at him and just kind of grin to himself.
Trevas, instinctively hearing the voice, will get on his knees, put his face on the ground, make sure not to look, so his eyes will not meet the Emperor.
And then Keras will
Can I
shudder.
can I
in
turn my
rage.
character? Can I spin him?
It has
To be
been
like,
a long time, Spiritus. I assume you are the one that has opened up the Colosseum's capabilities, then. Well, with Zodiac absorbing us left and right, I figured I would aid Etro's descendants in whatever way I could. And of everybody here, I am the only one who remembers Amaterasu and Tsukuyomi.
Did I never meet Amaterasu?
No. You were born and they were imprisoned. No, Amaterasu and Tsukuyomi were imprisoned when Lunera fell. You had not even been born yet.
Mm-hmm.
Spiritus will notice someone just kind of face plant on the floor and just bowing, and he'll just roll his eyes.
Ah, a Zoldarian. Fine. You may rise, soldier.
Trevas will get up, but making sure like he's not looking that way, like his head is turned all the way to the right, just kind of like looking over his own shoulder.
As you stand and attempt to look away, he'll tilt his head as he looks at you and walk toward you.
I barely move. I'm just like frozen, staring at him, glaring.
You.
Just the
You are
insignificant.
Amon's son, are you not?
I mean, yes, but I'm also just a soldier.
Spiritus will extend a hand to you in a motion like he wants to grasp your arm out of respect. As he extends his arm out to you, you'll see the infamous burns and scars alongside his forearms, just kind of very evidently standing out in front of you as he extends a hand.
Trevas, not knowing what to do in this situation where he thought the thing that was a god is standing in front of him, he will slowly forward his arm.
He'll grasp your forearm and just kind of give you like a sturdy grip. Obviously, a sign of affection or respect.
Your father has ever been a loyal companion. And judging by your character, I can see that you share many of his traits. We should discuss things further when the time allows.
I agree. I have been scared ever since. Scared is not the right word. Confused ever since Nova came back. I've been confused when it disappeared on me.
Well, those of you who look upon me with aggression or hatred better take out your anger on the fiends I summon, lest they overtake you.
Done. And then
more.
you and I will have words afterwards.
Words. I do so enjoy having words.
As he says that, he will wave his hand, and you'll see Caius's eyes widen in surprise for a moment as both of them are encompassed in darkness and teleported to the viewer's box.
Did you know, brother, that the Emperor of Zoldad was a primordial?
Recent developments.
You know, I miss the times when we did all of our adventuring together. I felt like, we were more kept up on each other's going-ons. We must schedule a dinner at least once a week or something and chat, because being blindsided constantly doesn't feel good.
To be
Now,
fair, it was a dream.
if my dear departed sister were here, what would she summon to test your valor? I know just the thing.
The energy bound from darkness that's encircled him and Caius a moment before will stretch out across the entire arena and modify the arena, forcing it to take a different shape.
Oh,
Oh my.
Okay, that's cool.
Okay, and then we are also doing this.
Wonder if it changes for all of us. Probably.
probably.
Definitely.
Music shift.
Peak.
Good choice, good choice.
Knowing my dear sister, she would have tested you slowly. She ever was one with patience. I am an impatient kind, so I will summon more of her creations.
The energy will swirl about and shift into what looks like pure light that seems to emanate from the sun as Spiritus attempts to mimic his sister's magic. And shapes start to form on the battlefield.
Can he just summon basically anything that has died, essentially?
Exactly.
That's where his magic comes from.
Though the primordials control their own corners of the universe, I acquire access to all of their creations when they perish. This particular Solar Sentinel fell to other would-be heroes. Heroes of destiny, warriors of light, it's all the same. I care not what title you grant yourself. I ask only that you prove it.
I'm gonna activate my my crystallized slime ability. Spend 25 mana and give myself 10 shards.
Caius will lean over and whisper something into, just in confidence between him and Spiritus will nod. Please roll initiative. And I'll give you... Actually, well, I can still give you guys a long rest, though, I think, right? Please? Yeah. Did you pay for it, Neil?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Missing Trevas and Lumi. I think Lumi goes to 1, though. Another 7? No.
That would have been cool. Ding, 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 ding. This is a cactuar fight now.
I sense warding magic. What?
Yes. Buddy, what was that? A hint?
What are you doing, Spiritus?
Oh, yeah.
I am perfecting your anti-death wards. My creations are made of more sturdy stuff than wisps.
Sturdy.
As you say, sturdy, Spiritus will smile as he snaps his fingers, and the fiends engage. Good luck, guys.
Like us.
Okay.
This is the first time Spiritus and Caius have seen each other in a long time, which means I have to do all this while you guys are in combat, so I'll just take my turn first. It's very strange for a chieftain of the Farseers who is supposed to be an enemy of the Emperor of Zoldad. Caius and Spiritus treat each other like they are old friends.
Does seem
is
very
weird.
odd.
This seems a little strange, yes.
What's even stranger still is both of their magics are also very similar. The way Spiritus forces his will upon the arena is very similar to what Caius does when he uses his darkness to shift the arena.
I wonder how
Potential
Caius became the
siren
leader of
then.
the Farseers.
Maybe he was one of Spiritus's. What's the word?
You guys can feel free to speak to Spiritus like you used to speak to Hades in between rounds.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
What's the word for someone who like is connected to an aspect or
Sired.
One of the sired? No,
Yeah.
sired.
No, I was
means
thinking more.
You are
maybe-
sired by them.
I was thinking more like you know how he created sons to rule different parts of his empire.
You think Gaius was his son?
Not necessarily son, because I don't think they are like legitimate sons.
No, I don't think so. I think Gaius was his own person.
I think it might be like Metal Gear Solid 5 plotline here, where it's a manufactured war. I mean, he's
Very possible.
the primordial of death, right? He wants death to grow stronger, so why not just create your own war?
He did say everything happened for a reason.
So I will roll this at the end of the round, in between rounds. So I'll keep it until then. Then never mind. Actually, I'll just keep thinking to myself before I say.
I'm going to let all of you reposition once before combat begins.
Okay.
How far is this?
I'm just gonna
You
take a
guys
guess
want
and say
me
that.
in?
To that. That's
Oh,
I'm
this
gonna
is going in.
reposition to here then.
Sorry. I was gauging how far it was, but this is.
All right,
That's
we're
more than
locked
enough.
in.
I'll go there.
What? I didn't move. Yet.
You're going there? Jesus, make up your mind.
I couldn't decide where to go.
I don't have good line. Are these like pillars, walls? Like
I
what,
think
what
there are
exactly is
holes
this?
with
No,
spikes
it's just
in
a
them.
pit.
Oh, it's a pit. Okay.
It's a pit. Yeah, if you fall in, you take death damage.
Okay. I wanted line of sight for Blaze and the.
There's no line of sight.
Yeah, you will
Oh,
be able
as
to
in like this is not blocking line of sight.
Yeah,
These pits. Okay.
That's what I was
They're
worried about.
holes.
That's why I was like where I was.
Yeah.
Okay. We're
Maybe
good.
it should have been
The
better
Solar
for me to
Sentinel will
position-
trigger its first mechanic, Halo Cleaver.
Maybe it should have been better for me to position on the other side, brother. Just because I'm worried of a cone attack, which is why I positioned in such a way.
Well, it seems like it's going to be a circular attack instead.
Perfect.
That's what I was worried about.
Okay, where's our rolls at?
What do you
If you could
need?
scooch into the corner, into that line there, that'd be great.
I personally would love to know about this thing that's happening right now.
Sweet. Auto Libra will take care of it.
Okay, never mind.
We know that one.
I'm
think
sure
should
we will
learn-
know.
Merry
We
Christmas.
will need more about the wisps and stuff too.
Yeah, I think we need those first
well.
because those. It's kind of like the other fight where maybe these will kind of
Mhm.
lead to us killing ourselves very quickly if we're not careful.
Want me to use it on the Auto Wisp? Or the Solar Wisp?
So,
No, learn the tech mechanic. Clearly.
Halo Cleaver has spawned For its second mechanic, the Solar Sentinel will activate.
Oh, that sounds fun. Sure, it looks amazing.
Where am I here? Yeah, definitely the first one because I have to. I think it says I have to. Okay. Solar Sentinel will activate Sundial. Horizons. Horizons. Thank you. And the horizons that I activate is Verticas. And as the sundial is triggered, this will appear.
Hmm. There's a lot going on. I don't think Auto Libra will handle any of this.
And done.
Okay.
This is the cleave, and then there's sundial horizons.
Don't you make somebody a sidekick?
I do. Are you the only one on standby?
I think so.
Congratulations, you've been promoted
To the sidekick. Is that a
to
promotion?
sidekick. You can name your title Warrior of Light Sidekick or Sidekick Warrior of Light, whichever you prefer.
Sidekick of light just doesn't roll off the tongue as well.
Fair enough.
Who is he on standby with?
Zavara.
Tactics? On what?
Do you want both of the golem mechanics?
Can we Libra one of them golem
Sure.
ones?
Yeah, I thought we liberated one.
We'll Libra the tank mechanic. And then the Sundial Horizons we need to figure out.
Okay.
Halo Cleaver, Libra. Swipe twice and deal 1,000 slashing damage to all enemies in the inner circle of the Halo Cleaver mechanic at the end of an enemy of your choice's turn. Apply Halo Cleaver trigger to them. Enemies that are in the inner circle can also perform 2 conceptual duelist saving throws in an attempt to avoid 2 halves of the damage dealt by the Cleaver mechanic. So you may mitigate it, or you may attempt to dodge it in 2 halves, which is 500, 500. When I said swipe twice and deal 1,000 slashing damage to all enemies in the inner circle, I forgot to say passive mitigation 800, active mitigation 400.
Passive 8, active 4.
You got everything so far?
Yep.
Hello?
Yep.
Yeah, I got it now.
Okay. Enemies in the middle section of the radius will suffer death damage and be knocked back to the furthest edge of the arena. If they are knocked into spikes, they will be ejected from the fight.
There's the spikes.
I think Lumi and you are both immune to death, right?
Enemies outside of this ring will suffer half the damage suffered by each entity inside the inner circle. If there is no one in the circle when this mechanic detonates, deal death damage to all enemies in the encounter. And that is how Halo Cleaver works.
Sorry, I was dealing with some trash. Enemies in the inner circle can also perform 2 conceptual duel saves to handle both halves, so 500, 500.
What's going on?
Chat. Enemies in the middle suffer death damage and are knocked back to the edge of the arena, then what?
Everyone else takes damage if they're outside of the circle, depending on how much he takes. Like half of his damage.
Enemies in the middle section of the radius will suffer death damage and be knocked back into the furthest edge of the arena. If they are knocked into the spike pits, they will be ejected from the fight. Enemies outside of the middle ring, on the outer most portion of the arena, will suffer half the damage suffered by each entity inside the inner circle. If there is no one in the inner circle when the mechanic detonates, deal death damage to all enemies in the encounter.
So Neil, the death damage thing, that we are not, nobody's immune to the death damage. Like we are immune to death ailment, but death damage is just like 1,000,000 damage. That's
Yeah.
what that is.
Exactly.
Okay.
I'm immune to like the death
And
ailment.
what is Zavara rolling on?
He's going to be rolling on Sundial.
17 is 35. Sundial. This specific. Okay, yeah, Horizons. Sundial Horizons. Spawn the Sundial mechanic on the ground. At the end of the second enemy's turn, deal 100 slashing damage to all enemies in the indicated regions that you have listed for the names of this mechanic. Then, at the end of the fourth enemy's turn, deal. Really? Okay, sorry. At the end of the second enemy's turn, deal 100 slashing damage to all enemies in the indicated regions that you have listed for the names on this mechanic. Then at the end of the fourth enemy's turn, deal 250 slashing damage to all enemies in the regions that were not affected in the first assault. So 2 and 4. The sundial locations are Bertikas, which are top left, bot right. Sanctitas, top right, bottom left. Norvas, both top intercardinals, and Sordos, both bottom intercardinals.
So if we're not in the cone that it specifies for the second part, we'll take 250 basically.
So like right now, you said the first one was how much damage?
It's 100.
First one is 100. Second one is 250. Okay. Did you write everything down, Savante?
End of the second enemy's turn, deal 100 slashing to the indicated zones. On the end of the fourth enemy's turn, deal 250 to anyone not in the first two zones. What were the four names? Bertikas, Sanctikas?
Bertikas, Sanctikas, Norvas, Sordos.
Guess I'm standing here.
Norvas. Norvas was which one?
Norvas
Both top.
is both top. Sordos is both bottom. Enemies. Okay, can I keep going?
Yep.
There are 3 sundial mechanics for the fight. This is just one of them. For each one of these mechanics, enemies that are caught inside the lines of the plus symbol that spawns for the sundial at the time that any sundial mechanic deals damage will be dealt death damage.
Ouch.
So you have to pick basically.
Yeah.
All right. On odd rounds, enemies who avoid the first wave of damage from this sundial mechanic will be afflicted with Magic Break 1. Enemies who avoid the second wave will be afflicted with Power Break 1. On even rounds, enemies who avoid the first wave of damage will be afflicted with Power Break, and enemies who avoid the second wave will be afflicted with Magic Break. And that's the entirety of the mechanic.
Brutal. Do we have successful ways to deal with breaks?
Odd rounds.
No.
I only have preventative measures, and everyone's very spread. Odd rounds, enemies who avoid the first wave is Magic Break, second wave Power Break.
Odd rounds, first wave Magic, other wave Power. Then the inverse for even.
Got it.
All right, Blaze, it's your turn.
The only thing I wish to know is on Halo Cleaver we have that says is at the end of an enemy of your choice's turn, it triggers. Did he say when he was triggering that? When he was casting that? Or
It's on Keras. It's a
Oh,
debuff.
okay. That's why I didn't see it. Okay, because I was looking at the Solar Sentinel only, and I was like, why doesn't it say his target? But no, that makes sense. Okay,
So
I understand.
So that means I'm gonna get hit by power break right away. I have no choice. We both will. You and I.
So
Well,
this
you can get out
is
of it, I guess.
top left, bottom right.
Yep.
We're on an odd round, so first wave is magic break, second is power break. All right, I'd rather have magic break, to be honest, than power break. So he's only dealing slashing damage. So I need to get hit by the second wave. The second wave is bottom left. Bottom left, so I'll move over to there. Now, Halo Cleaver will happen when Trevas is happening. Let's look at my stats and see how suited I am for dueling. Well, it'll be tricky, especially if it's 30. So I'm probably better taking mitigation for the first ones. If that's the case, we need some breaks. And I think the best break to do in a melee focused fight
We need to know what these
would...
wisps do. Can you get a roll on that,
Yeah.
Easter?
It's true. You have one more roll, Easter, because no one's on standby.
I figured I would be well. Star just said that she's here, but I'll roll on the things as well.
Well, if she's here, that doesn't work then.
Yeah,
She
if
has to
she's here, then
forfeit
she
it
takes
then.
the roll.
It
Oh,
doesn't
okay.
work.
In that case, yeah.
It's not how it works.
Okay.
Going to key.
What is Star rolling on?
The wisps.
Is that what she said?
Yeah,
He said,
it's
"Do it."
Clairvoyance.
Oh, clairvoyance. Shit. You sure you don't want to channel death?
Nah. He's right there.
Clairvoyance. I'm assuming she's asking me what they're going to do on their turn. All right. Solar Wisp. By the way, all the info for these enemies, Savande. Solar Sentinel, final boss. Solar Wisp, lesser boss. Solar Sentinel, weakness, bludgeoning damage. And the Solar Sentinel resists 50 from fire and holy.
Did it
I'll have
help?
to armor break at some point.
Solar Wisp, weakness, frost damage, and it resists the same element as the Sentinel.
Elemental?
Rusty boy.
The Wisp is elemental. The Sentinel is a helm.
Okay.
As for Star's question, the Solar Wisps during their turn will activate Sunspot. Deal. Where is it? Sunspot. Deal 100 fire damage to the enemy furthest from your current position and the closest enemy to them that is not within 50 feet of their position. If there is no one within 50 feet of their position, then this ability does not cleave. Enemies successfully damaged by this mechanic will be afflicted with one of 3 breaks in this order of priority. Purge 1, Fog 1, Dread 1. In
Purge,
order of
Fog, Dread.
priority means if you are afflicted with Purge, it'll afflict Fog. If you are afflicted with Fog, but the Purge gets removed, it'll reapply Purge. You understand?
Oh boy.
Solar Wisps also have an ability called Dying Light, which is an auto action when the Fiend dies. Deal 100 fire damage to all enemies within 50 feet of your current position. Enemies damaged by this mechanic will be cleansed of a break effect chosen by the enemy who dealt the killing blow.
Nice.
Nice.
One break effect?
Yep.
And these guys are all aligned to fire, correct?
Fire and light.
Oh boy.
Mummy.
Did you say enemies who dealt the killing blow and are also damaged by this get cleansed, or just enemies who dealt the killing blow?
Enemies damaged by this mechanic will also be cleansed of a break effect chosen by the enemy who dealt the killing blow.
Okay.
You get to pick it.
It's your turn, Blaze.
Just waiting for all the information to finish.
Okay. I could switch to AoE mode and try and kill as many wisps as possible by AoEing them down a little bit at a time, or just go straight damage for this
I
one.
am very bad against breaks. I would suggest focusing the wisps.
Okay. Let's go up. Up there, please.
Hey, is this communicator on? Keras? Can you hear me, Keras?
Yes?
We are really far away from each other, so I'm not gonna yell. Hey, why don't you kill the top 2? And let me worry about the bottom 2.
Sure.
Can we do that? Would that work for you?
Yeah, I suppose. Or I could help you. I guess you're not
No,
that
you don't. I
far.
don't need help.
Okay, if you
The
say
bottom
so.
2 will not live past my turn.
The Dark Knight has a very special limit break that he likes to use.
I shall work on all of them for this round, but yes, that sounds good. Let's put Scorch on
I guess
to...
focus the top 2 is what I mean. You don't
Yeah,
like.
I know. This is just something I do for everyone anyways.
Mm-hmm.
I'll Scorch mine. Solar Wisp. And apply Scorch 2. Which one is this? Scorch Wisp 1. And no reason to overheat. That would be pointless. Well, I am going to do damage, so sure, I'll overheat on my turn. Why not? And no, it's pointless actually. Nah, why not? It already said it, so I'm gonna stick with it. Let's put overheat on him, and I will use my action immediately to Hellfire Cleave. So this is 15 damage to all of the enemies. Yep. Everyone takes 15 fire damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now they're all scorched.
Did you just deal AoE damage?
Yes.
Okay. An auto action triggers. The Solar Sentinel will trigger an auto action called Sonic Shatter. You can clearly tell that this ability triggered because you damaged him, the Sentinel, at the same time as another fiend.
Okay.
That's the auto action trigger. He activates Sonic Shatter, targets just you with it. You suffer 100 holy damage.
Okay.
And you are completely cleansed of all beneficial effects.
So I resist 25 of that because I'm a holy. Agreed.
Okay, so heal yourself for it.
I don't have a passive for that, so I'll have to do that. And then immunity, silence, and brisk are not auto effects, I don't think, so those stay, right?
So immunity silence is a passive, and so is brisk, but your overheat is a beneficial effect.
Okay, really? So that's too bad. Oh well. Goodbye. Yeah, that's fine. I don't mind that. Let's try and I'll just make a thing to heal myself. I'll end my turn.
Okay, now all his abilities pop. Before I take my turn, I want to make sure we do.
Yep, all of his abilities pop, starting with the tank mechanic, which is Halo Cleaver. So he swipes the center of the arena twice. Are you attempting a conceptual save, or are you mitigating?
We're gonna go for the conceptual saves.
Okay, so it's very simple. He takes his massive greatsword and just kind of swings it all around, almost like a whirlwind barb technique, but he does it twice. Once in one direction, once in the other.
Okay, when the first one comes up, Blaze is just going to flourish his gunblade, like in a, like, you know, pulling it out, very Thancred, like twirl motion,
Okay.
and hold it up, and then with his gauntleted arm, he's gonna brace it right against the blade, kind of like a cross as it's coming towards him.
So you're bracing, as in like you're making it vertical and literally just letting the sword slam against your gunblade, and you're bracing, which would be a Constitution saving throw. I don't hate. Let's do a Constitution saving throw with a +5 modifier.
Let's go! Figure out the modifier!
Okay. Save. You meet the DC, and suffer no damage from the first swing. As soon as you stop his blade, he'll spin around in the other direction and come at you from the opposite side, in the same large sweeping motion.
Blaze is immediately after the blade. Blah, blah, blah. After the blade meets, he's going to almost like kind of do like a little push motion away, not for any force, just more for like dramatic flair, and immediately activate his brutal shell and hold while he's activating his brutal shell, throwing the gunblade onto his shoulder and bringing up his gauntleted arm almost as if he's holding a shield, but the brutal shell is going to do the actual shielding.
Okay. I like the flourish. The brutal shell will add damage mitigation. So go ahead and activate your brutal shell.
It will get overwritten, or what's blah 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 blah. The passive is on. Embolden is on, so I'll activate brutal shell and pay for it, but the shield won't do anything.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I thought in cases like that you would willfully take the lesser one because you're using that instead.
No, the bigger one has to override it, especially if it's unless he's trying to perform active mitigation, which he's not because he chose the conceptual saving throw. So, the flare was cute, so I'm going to give you half your charisma modifier on it, +2, and I'll give you I don't hate the flourishing motion. The creature wouldn't have adapted yet, so let's do +2. Let's do plus, because of the momentum. You barely met it last time. Let's do a +6 modifier total. Constitution saving throw.
Stressing me out. Let's go. Oh, it didn't roll. Sorry.
I was like,
Am I lagging?
Everyone is on edge. Everyone is on edge, and you meet it. Oh my god, he's a tank and he decided to go with the duelist mechanic.
the
That's
tank
funny.
and a duelist.
As I was like, I could mitigate it for like 50 damage and only take 350, or I could get it for 0. And if I fail, I'm mitigating for 88 on the fail. So it's like no brainer.
All right, the Solar Sentinel gains.
Ooh.
Yikes.
Smart fellow, are you? Won't be able to do that much longer.
And okay, so we finished the first part of the mechanic, which is the tank mechanic. No one took any damage. Good job. And then we are going to perform the second mechanic, which is Sundial. Which one did I choose? Horizons.
Me and Trevas get hit, I think.
Okay, so
Yes.
Trevas and Keras suffer 100 damage.
Damn it, our names are so similar, you bastard.
Is
Hey,
it slashing?
Hey. It is slashing.
It's
Sundial,
it is slashing?
Horizon, slashing damage. Yep.
Okay. Go ahead.
Nice.
Okay, those of you who dodged the first mechanic are being afflicted. What are we? An odd round? Magic break.
Oh, that's so bad.
Does that affect healing?
Yep.
Halves.
That halves healing?
Lumi is afflicted with magic break, and Blaze is afflicted with magic break.
Well,
Magic is always mana cost. Anything that has a mana cost. It is now
My turn.
Trevas's turn. Let me go to the bathroom. You can take your turn though.
Okay. So I am gonna sacrifice auto regen and auto seeker.
Oh, you're gonna hit everything.
sure.
No, not everything,
Just the sentinel and
but I'm
twos.
gonna hit the sentinel as well because
Got it.
it does absolute freaking
Dark.
it does absolute dark damage that is critical
Because it's
Yeah.
a final boss, or
on a
Yeah,
10d10.
because they're fire
It's,
Aligned
based.
to
they're
fire
aligned to
crystals,
light
right?
or fire, which they're aligned to both.
They're down to both, yeah.
So okay, since these two guys are already gonna die,
I'm gonna shoot my wisp.
I'm gonna shoot the sentinel. No
See,
free
brother, I've
spells.
improved. No damage. First round. Look at that.
Was quite impressive. Now I've got to deal with my end of this fight.
F in the bathroom. Make the charging sound.
Look at the sound.
Charging sound.
Wrong
See, that's
sound.
not way better.
He's back.
Wrong
Well, I
sound.
mean, you can't make that sound too.
Okay.
100 meters from me, so it will be. This 105. Let's make it. Still 105. There we go. Steph, that looks like it's in the middle of my model. That hits the Solar Sentinel as well, correct?
Yes, it does.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take my auto regen and auto seeker off now.
Okay.
And I activate my limit break. These guys are aligned to light and fire, actually. These guys are lesser bosses at the bottom. I'm gonna roll my damage real quick because that's also gonna apply to the Solar Wisp
Okay,
4 and
he's going to react and damage you. Okay.
okay. Solar Wisp 4 and Solar Wisp 3 is down.
Okay. Solar Wisp 3 and Solar Wisp 4 are destroyed.
And this 270 damage goes on the Solar Sentinel. Okay,
I never get tired of seeing that.
now
Yep.
I think that 100 damage goes afterwards, Steph, on me. Because this limit break brings me back down to 1 health, and then if I kill anything with it that's aligned to light or fire, it brings me back to full health.
So I'm trying to sacrifice all but one of your maximum health and fire a blast of dark energy. Which means before the limit break resolves, he reacts with 100 damage and you fall unconscious.
No, you let me do this last time with an enemy that you said the limit break is one big thing. Because
It is.
your thing was that's counter like that, then I will never use this on an enemy
Sacrifice but one of your maximum health and fire a blast of dark energy toward the target enemy with your line of sight. Manifest in 100 the certain enemies that are aligned to critical absolute damage. Crystal Fire will suffer critical damage from this limit break. Successfully damaged by this limit break will restore 10% of your maximum. If this limit break also successfully kills. So technically, the stuff that triggers from damaging enemies kills an enemy aligned to the light, so you be restored to full health. Would restore you to 10% of your maximum health. So it won't kill you because it is all one big thing. It's just the enemy dying is a second thing. But it says here that it heals you. So technically it would keep you alive in the meantime. How many enemies are you hitting?
3.
So 30% of your maximum health. Which is enough to suffer one hit of 100 damage. So you're fine. As soon as those enemies die, you are healed, and the damage goes off afterward because you're faster. So you actually take 100 damage after you get healed to full because of the burst from Solar Wisp 4.
Yeah.
And everything is resolved in order.
I have a
So
rules
heal
question
yourself
for
to
you,
full.
Steph.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. All right, that was 30 movements so far. Let me get rid of this real quick. I need to get up top.
I have a rules question for you, Steph.
What's up?
So, is the trigger on his counterattack, is it if you attack more than just him, or if you damage more than just him?
It's him and another enemy. That's what triggers it.
I know, but the reason I'm asking is because the wording on Depala's limit break says that they're instantly killed. They aren't damaged. So would it still trigger backlash effect from the golem because the two additional things are being instantly killed instead of being damaged? I
They're
just wanted
damaged
to.
first though, because that successful
Yeah.
damage instantly kills it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
successful
think-
damage instantly kills them, which means that you have to
This-
damage them, which
Trevas,
Well,
means you
it's-
trigger the Solar Sentinels mechanic.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was similar
Yeah,
because
it
I think
says
most.
It specifically says suffer critical absolute damage from the sumo break and will be killed.
Trevas, before you move. My
Does
section's
it
getting blown up
matter?
at my turn.
I know, but if I don't move up there,
Did I say?
I get power break.
This power break
Oh,
is
so you
your
plan on
physical
getting hit, okay.
damage. Your physical
So-
damage and ability healing is reduced by 50%. That's power break.
All my abilities considered physical damage. That's
Yeah.
what we
Their,
established with the
their
magic.
abilities.
Really?
Yeah,
Yep,
Yeah,
power break is
so-
what affects him, not magic break. Because magic break is mana. I keep saying it.
I rather take the 250 damage and not have that break on me. Does that
Shit.
make sense?
I have not damaged Neil and Savande. I'm trying to see if they're in range. I don't think Savande's in range. Savande can step out of it.
We were talking
Neil
about
can step
Uh,
out of it.
Keras will get pulsed twice by it.
pulse twice by what? Dying Light?
Yep.
At the end of every turn, is that what it is?
Nope. I said it. Every time
Yeah,
a
you
solar
did.
wisp dies, they all pulse.
All of them. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
I thought it was just
Am I
the
on the
pulse.
line? Because if I'm on the line, I actually want to be hit by one of them.
You can get hit if you want.
Yeah, I want to get hit.
You want to get hit? Okay. Trevas gets to choose what is dispelled.
The only thing there.
Oh, there's only one thing. Magic break.
Who's giving me SOS stuff?
That's me. Sorry.
I meant to put that on himself.
Yeah.
Look.
You can change it to self, Neil, so it always applies to you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Trevas is shifting sides.
How? Oh, I see. Never mind.
Keras,
Am
Your,
I safe there? Yeah, I think I'm safe.
your blaze shard mechanics are affected by power break, and your spells are affected by magic break.
Yeah. This sucks.
Quite the pickle you're in.
Yeah, I'm fucked. Unless one of these things ticks and I can cleanse one.
I should be able to prevent the break from getting you. It's at the end of my turn, correct?
Going-
So
I mean, I'd
And that's-
rather not have
that
power
does,
break, but I don't think
magic
power break
damage,
really
correct?
affects me that much.
well, normally I would prioritize you,
the
brother,
wisps to
Purge fog and
magic
dread.
damage, correct?
Fire damage, yes.
Fire damage. Yep.
Okay. I'm asking because of the void seal. That's all.
Are you done?
I am done. That movement was a dash, by the way. I used that for my action.
Okay.
I get it.
Solar Wisp will attack. Who's further away? Trevas? Trevas.
Mm-hmm.
I'm faster. Can I react?
Yep, you are faster. You can react if you want.
Ooh, what's that do?
Oh,
Nice.
You react and use Void Seal.
What? That healed me. I'm sorry. I gonna
It's
change my
okay.
damage
Just
back
let
to
me
100.
damage you. It's fine. It'll
Okay.
come up to the same thing.
I don't know why I clicked on the.
Is anyone within 50 feet of you? I don't think so. No.
No.
Right?
Oh, I should be far enough away.
Yeah. Okay. Enemy successfully damaged by this mechanic will be afflicted with one of the following, and the first one is Purge.
Mm.
Hold on, so he's fine because it can't be purged from him.
I mean, he doesn't have
He has
any
nothing left.
effects on him, so it doesn't matter. So.
It's the thought that
Okay,
counts.
and then
Keras, you suffer 100 damage,
Yay.
and you are afflicted with Purge.
Mhm.
It is Lumi's turn.
Okay, let me just make sure I read this ability correctly. I'm going to be using... Not that one, the other one. Disengage and dash into engagement range. Then I heal. Yep.
Oh, I got a limb break. Forgot.
I don't need to have these mechanics. 1 and 2.
Are these Soloists doing light damage?
They're doing fire damage.
Okay, thank you.
I'm going to activate Verdant Trail and dash over to Keras.
I'm going to use my reaction. If that's okay.
Yep, go ahead.
Just to gain some quintessence.
Oh, wait. Sorry, the next part of... Technically, Sundial's not done?
No, it
Yeah,
ends on my
Sundial's
turn.
not
Yeah.
done.
when Lumi ends his turn is when it will be done.
That was a bonus action. That healed him. Perfect. So odd round, if you dodge the second one, you get power break. So I'm fine. I'm fine with that.
Where do we got? Sundial.
Sundial is the mechanic of that guy, so I'm not fast enough to do that. Even with vigilance, because that just removes my trigger. Well, I can't stop the power break, unfortunately, Keras. But I can hit you.
It's really bad. It's okay.
They're resistant to holy, but I have the passive that lets me break through that. Then we heal Keras. And I end my turn if everybody's done.
Yep.
Go for it.
Cleave.
Let's scorch him.
250, 250 on
Just me.
Blaze
Mm-hmm.
and
Oh, yeah.
Trevas. Those of you who dodged are afflicted with Power Break. That's you and Lumi. And that's it. Solar Sentinel. I didn't forget anything. I don't think. We're good.
No,
Okay.
I don't have any end round effects because
Ooh,
taken out.
I have 2 robust powders,
Oh, nice, perfect.
and they
It's
cleanse power break.
convenient.
That's because that's what I rolled for mining.
You know what else is convenient
So thank
for
you,
that
Steph.
fog that's coming up. I got
What?
force
Oh
powder.
shit!
There you
I
go.
I got 2 force powder.
Actually, I have robust powder too. Like,
You guys are all just magically finding powders. Yeah. Well, magically, I'm going to add another Solar Sentinel to the fight.
I also have
I'm just
400 silver nuggets. It's crazy.
It's just a joke.
Let's see. I also
Can
have
you like
force
lower the number a little maybe? Like
All right.
400 is believable.
Halo Cleaver triggers again. And for his second mechanic, he will trigger. Where the fuck did I remove the sundial? No, I did not. Sorry. Adaptation should still be visible though.
We never got the DC for the
35.
mechanic, did we? 35? Oh god. That was really close.
I mean, as close as you're gonna get for a success.
The Solar Sentinel activates Sundial Defiance.
Okay, that's new.
And let's spawn that Sundial again.
That wasn't there before, guys.
And done.
Well, let's find out Sundial Defiance.
Roll on it.
Mummy.
Lol. Okay. Spawn the Sundial mechanic. At the end of the current round, all intercardinal directions will erupt and deal 500 holy damage to all enemies inside their areas. This damage will be reduced by 100 for each enemy beyond the first that is also stacked inside the same intercardinal direction when it explodes.
I'm fucked.
Oh.
Yep. Can't you
Enemies
teleport?
that are within 30 feet of each other. Enemies that are within 30 feet of another enemy when this mechanic detonates will be afflicted with Hoarder 1.
Order.
Also known as Item Break.
You can no longer use consumables or yourself or allies.
Oh, you can't use it on yourself or allies. Oh, there goes your robust powder.
Oh, I'd be able to use them on myself before this.
340
I mean,
movements.
you guys can all be in the same intercardinal without being within 30 feet of each other, by the way. It's possible.
Trevas, I can pull you.
That's bold of you to assume.
That's bold of you to assume.
So, is this one coming at the end of the round, or is it on the second turn?
Do you listen when I speak?
I just
End of
missed.
the round.
I missed
End of the
that
round.
specific part. I just
End of the
didn't hear
round.
It's end of the round.
it. Okay, yeah, we're good. So you don't have to. You can teleport, right?
Trevas, I can pull you.
Yes, I can teleport there, Keras, but I have to use 70% of my health to do that.
Trevas, I can
Yeah,
pull
yeah,
you.
Yeah, I heard you, Lumi. Thank you. I appreciate it.
that.
And I can cue movement away from you as soon as you pull me. That way I can actually move in your turn.
There we go.
It's holy then, huh? It's a good thing I came.
Good thing we're Hrothgar, right?
Well, that too, and I'll just magic break him now.
I also resist
Or,
holy.
sorry, mist break.
Look at the three of us resisting holy naturally. Must feel pretty bad, Trevas.
What I see is wisps on your side alive and wisps on my side dead.
So, Steph, when is the purge trigger? End of round, correct?
What purge?
I purge on myself. So I have to purge something, correct?
Yeah. If you have purge on yourself, it's at the end of the round, so you should have purged something.
What
One
triggers
beneficial
first,
effect.
my stuff or purge? Purge, right?
Whoever has the highest initiative. Where did the purge come from?
Wisps.
The wisp.
wisps.
So your stuff triggers first, then the purge.
So I get a glory stack and a mana. Let's roll that real quick. 3 mana back. And then just roll d4, 1 or 2. The one gets off.
1, 2, or 3. How long has he had the blossom?
Blossom can't be removed.
Are we counting? Okay.
Blossoms can't be removed? Okay, then never mind.
So
Let me
then
link the
it's
passive.
1 or 2 is SOS Refresh, 3 or 4 is SOS Glory. Fresh is gone.
As long as your allies are affected.
2 is. Wait, what? 2 is glory.
So 1 or 2 would be Refresh, and 3 or 4 would be Glory. Because,
Oh, you said that. Okay, go ahead. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, because I only have 2.
If you stated it beforehand, then I don't mind. Okay.
Actually, this begs the question. He still rolls either glory purge, but would it still be on the list as possible things, and then it would just get like fizzle, or is it just off the?
As long as your allies are affected by at least 1 blossom stacks, any effects applied to them by your bloom spells cannot be dispelled.
The blossom is in the mix. I didn't bloom his blossom.
Okay, it doesn't matter anyways. I rolled a 2, so it would have been like.
It would have been
I
1,
don't know.
2, 3, then 4 reroll. So 2 would have been The glory.
Okay, so when you say it can't be dispelled, you have to it actually has to be true. It's not true based on what I'm reading here. Blossoms protect your actual bloom effects, not your blossoms.
Yeah, I messed up on that one.
Okay, what did he roll?
He rolled a 2.
2.
What order was this shit in? 1, 2. It would be his glory that gets dispelled, and not his refresh, because we would have said 1 refresh, 2 glory, 3 blossom, and then 4 reroll.
Yep.
Sad, but okay.
Did you roll your scorch? Do they roll at the end or something like that?
Of course.
Okay, I was just wondering.
Blaze is moving to another intercard.
Hopefully we do better at this intercard. I'm assuming we're all grouping together on this side, right?
Yes,
And Trevas, yep.
your brother is gonna move me. I swear. He
ever,
told me.
ever
You guys could let him
reliable he
die.
is.
Oh
Your
my
fate-
god,
It
this
could
is
You know
so
what the worst thing
bad.
is? If you let him die, you send him into the arms of his emperor.
He holds him close, tight to the chest.
Thanks for the Shadowbringer. Goodbye.
You did your job. We don't need you anymore. Bye.
All right. Well, you're in very capable hands with Lumi.
Oh,
So
thank
let's
you.
see. I broke him. We just have the tank mechanic to worry about, which dueling is could be quite a problem.
Oh shit, I needed to reapply the tank mechanic to someone. Whoops.
Halo Cleaver.
Yeah.
Hello, Cleaver.
I'm going
I knew
to
somebody was gonna do
that.
Okay, well, it rolled on to Neil again. So fuck you, Neil.
I'm sensing a little animosity here.
I think fuck you, Trevas, because I'm right after I
To be fair,
can't do
all I
anything.
did was some scorch damage and like a blast thing, and he's like, "Oh my god, look at this fuck." Meanwhile, the Dark Knight dumps 250 into him.
This may change
I
my
mean,
strategy then.
maybe the person that created him has a bias towards me. I don't know.
It's possible. Keras looks at the Emperor and be like, "Is it because I'm from Solheim, isn't it? Trying to cleanse my people all over again."
If I
Jesus.
just so I'm understanding this mechanic completely. Oh, never mind. It's written very well. Well done, Lumi. I understand now.
I always was the better note taker.
What a nerd.
Notes are for people who read.
My God.
That's a lot of words. Too
That
bad
doesn't
I'm not
imply.
gonna read.
Oh, wait, I figured out how that sounded. It doesn't imply I don't read. I just never mind. It's a joke. You wouldn't get it.
Lemmy, you wouldn't happen to have a reaction to robust powder me, would you?
I just used it. Apologies.
Sad.
All right, I'm tanking this one.
Well, this is a charge round then. I'm not gonna cleanse it.
Where's Brutal Shell? There she is.
These things have a slap mechanic if you leave melee with them.
We don't know.
Can I get
Engagement range?
Can I get a roll?
You mean an opportunity attack?
Yeah.
Yes.
Guess I'm staying on melee. Let's go to here.
I'll move at the end of my. I'll move during my turn to get out of here.
Is
Let's-
your pool a disengage,
Yes.
Lumi? Okay.
I'll go there because it's 30 feet, right? So I'll go there.
Should be far away.
If he just goes in the corner, if he goes into the corners, and all of us pick a corner, then. Well, it depends. Hold on. How are you able to move, Trevas?
I'm gonna hold my bonus action for Dark March, and I'm gonna, during Lumi's turn, Dark March, follow that by a reaction which triggers my Dark March, and I'm gonna Dark March.
All right, I'm gonna react
Black March.
because Halo Cleaver's coming out.
So it's 30 feet. Yeah, there's plenty of room. There's a ton.
50.
No, it's 30 for this. This
Oh,
part,
okay,
the hoarder ability. I can't get out of the 50. So. Okay. Do we overheat is the question. Why not? I'll overheat. And start blasting. Let's do 10 mana, Firaga. Not a crit. Blast. Bonus action, Fira. Sorry, fire. Blast. Not a crit. Almost. End my turn.
All right.
Hold on.
Halo Cleaver triggers.
Holding.
2 massive sweeps once again. Are you mitigating, dueling, or simply just closing your eyes?
Nope. Reaction, active mitigation. Already applied. Let's go.
Okay, active mitigation lowers it to 400.
Oof.
324 divided by 2.
That being echoed? Give me a
Yep.
sec then. Hold on. Pause.
Yep, I'm pausing. Slashing damage, by the way.
Slashing damage. Perfect.
Yep.
Sorry, I need
Actually,
to find
it's not.
Lumi. Sorry, brother. I didn't see you down there. I'm used to you. Anyways, go ahead.
1.
Oh, thank God.
I was worried too. I forgot about the echo.
2.
I react immediately. I'm going down probably.
3.
How would you go down?
It's gonna slash again if he doesn't dodge. I'm gonna go down.
What are you talking about?
What?
It's 1 attack if you choose active mitigation.
Is it? No, okay.
Yes.
Well, I'm gonna do it anyways because there's no reason not to.
The thing you might go down to is honestly the Defiance.
Halo Cleaver is gone. I can get rid of that. There you go.
Okay, it's my turn now.
Is
What
Okay.
is Keras doing? Blaze shards, Firaga. So the wisp hits heavy. He moved. You moved.
Yep. But I keep my fist shoved into this thing's ass.
Okay.
The poor wisp.
He's still in range. You're both within range of each other.
That was the 50 for the Dying Light. If it dies.
Oh, it's 50. Okay. Then 30 would be. Okay, you guys are fine.
Yeah, the 30 was fine. It's the 50 that I'm worried about now. It's close to dying.
All right, Trevas, what are you doing? Moving.
Moving. Hitting. Literally, not a spell. Just with my sword. And it does frost damage. So
Is it crit?
crit. Yep.
What crits on
All
those
right.
things?
Frost.
Frost.
Oh, okay.
I will be holding my bonus action to activate Black March when Lumi pulls me.
Okay.
And okay, that's it.
Pew pew. You are afflicted by purge, which means now you are afflicted by fog. What is the wording on fog, I wonder?
Mana, resource, and ability charges.
It doesn't affect him then, right? Because he's health.
Yeah, because it says resource charges.
It says resource charges?
Yep.
Okay, then I must have taken that into consideration. I didn't want it to totally fuck vampires and dark knights.
You can't regain health. What?
It's a heal stopper as well.
And rune knights.
I don't think we've seen a rune knight.
No, it's not out yet. I'm finishing it up.
Is that a tank?
Solar wisp. Pew pew.
That'll hit me, but no break because reinforce.
Lumi's turn.
Let's start off with a verdant toe, targeting Trevas and putting him how far is it?
Can you
Within my
put me in
range.
engagement range of Wisp? If that's allowed.
Nope.
I'm double checking. I don't think I'm that far leveled.
So, just a quick question. Do any of you have mitigation that you're planning to use for the Sundial Defiance that's coming out?
No.
Lower me a little bit, maybe.
Trevos and Lumi, you don't have any mitigation for it? Because then I'll just apply my mitigation right now.
I'll be
I'll save
healing,
time.
no mitigation.
No
Okay.
mitigation for me. No.
And it's this one.
I'm gonna place him here.
Really don't like playing with this targeting thing. It always makes me nervous.
Ah!
Over the spikes. Oh my god!
Okay,
Why?
I think I'm in engagement range, right?
Here, touch on him.
Of the Solar Wisp.
Is he?
Of the wisp, yeah. He's literally perfectly in
Okay, I
engagement
just
range.
wanted
Yes.
to make sure. All right.
Sorry.
My held bonus action triggers because I just got teleported across the map. 10%. Can you take that shield off of me?
Yes. No. Do it yourself.
I have it picked up, and okay. Hold on. I think that's gonna automatically do. Okay,
I
thank you.
just got rid
There
of
you
it off of everyone.
Just go to your
We'll
main.
just save it then.
Go to your main page, go to your temp, and just delete it. It's easy.
Okay.
It's
All
gonna
right.
it's gonna explode. You know,
Hold
right?
on. There's things that I have to do. 50 feet movement. That's not gonna trigger until I damage. Okay, then I react before Lumi. Are you done? Because I have to react in your turn too.
Let me move in case you kill it.
Mm.
That way I can heal all of us, and then we should be
Okay.
fine. Let me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cast Bright Lotus on Keras, and that should echo out and hit all of us except for Blaze.
I won't be taking any damage from this mechanic coming up.
I have to hit him. Roll a hit die. Wow. Okay.
Bummer.
Is that a real one?
It's a reduced one thanks to this.
What were you aiming at?
Me.
I was aiming at Keras for a Bright Lotus.
Well, it's holy, so I resist it by 50.
You were unaware your ally was going to hit you, so I'm afraid not. Severely reduced. Okay. All right, shoot him with your bow.
Fuck me.
I think that kills him.
Guaranteed. I have. Does your magic thing resist at all? Probably not. It's too much damage. That's not on Lumi
It's not
either,
on me,
so
it's on the
that wouldn't
Sentinel.
help.
Do blossoms
my breaks-
persist?
Let me double check.
The mitigation only activates if the Solar Sentinel does something.
Mm-hmm.
This
There's
effect
no
will persist
helping
through
you if
unconsciousness
allies
and
shoot
cannot be
you.
dispelled.
What?
Oh wait, no. If an enemy is targeted, successfully healed a blossom effect that can stack it for 3 times. This effect will persist through unconsciousness and cannot be dispelled.
Okay, there it is. Wait, it cannot be dispelled? Is that what you just said?
Apparently.
Guys, read your tooltips. Okay?
See, I knew it was right, but it was just from the wrong ability that I was right.
Glory's gone anyways because I'm unconscious now.
Yeah, it doesn't matter at the moment, but it's like I can't remember everything. I can't. You guys make me import too much shit. Sorry. Okay, it's your turn, Lumi.
Right. That was action, bonus action. Trevas, do what you're doing.
And yeah, okay. Thank you. All right.
What's that?
No health?
What?
But what's
Okay,
what's that?
I did the wrong thing. Sorry. I had my I had my minus 1,000 because I have Seeker in my weapon and I had the minus 1,000 in there, so I sacrificed no health.
Okay, I was just
sacrificed
confused.
Must be
93 health to cast. Sorry, I got fuzzled. Soul Eater. Disguise in heavy. So now I need to do the minus 1,000 for my. That's a plus.
Stressing me out.
Okay. Yeah, did it do that on you guys' screen too?
Yeah, the one just like sat there for a
Yeah.
minute, then it rolled.
Okay. All right, that heals me first for 93 for the cost. And then it heals me for additional 100. And then it moves me to my previously
Selected
movement.
location.
Yeah, teleports me. Yep.
500 minus 4, so we're all taking 100 each minus mitigation.
I'm taking nothing.
Nope, that's not what that said.
Reduced by 100 for each enemy beyond the first. So minus 3, so we're all
Yeah,
taking
but
2.
Keras is down, so wouldn't it be 200?
It goes up to 300.
Oh, 300.
Each enemy beyond the first means it can only be reduced by a maximum of 300.
Oh.
If Keras is down, that's minus 100, so it's reduced by 200, which is 300 damage.
Don't I take a death save though, so that would count?
If we're gonna take 300, that means
No, you have to. All enemies inside the enemy. It doesn't matter. I don't count unconscious enemies. There's too much cheesing potential for stuff like that, especially with like accessories that reduce the amount of damage you take while down by 100%. Like,
all right,
so.
then I gotta make the sound.
Sacred Bond. All right.
Tether your ally with the highest to the lowest, so Blaze and I.
Can't hear you.
I'm just resolving it and making my tethers.
Oh, look at that. You and I are
Just so you
tethered
know-
together, Keras. Not only our names are similar, but we are tethered.
Shut the fuck up.
Stuff resolves.
Okay. Then I will put the shields on. You get a shield. It's a little shield. It's still a shield. You
I
get a
am
shield.
reminded of how cruel fate is, Keras. Here you are tethered to one of your worst enemies, failing the very challenge that is inspired by your goddess.
No.
That's low. That's really cold. Just saying, man.
I
I
take
just really
no
f-
pleasure in it. I only admire the irony.
Bullshit. You love it. You know you do.
End
make
of the
this-
round triggers. That triggers the Sundial Defiance mechanic.
Make the
Oh, yeah,
sound.
Black March.
Make the
kicks in,
sound.
so-
That's not the sound. That's not the sound.
What
Found an elixir.
Is that
Oh my
Devil's
God.
Sphere? Yeah, Devil's Sphere.
Yeah, it
Okay.
is.
Okay, so let's do it. That's 300 damage. Two. Let's start with Blaze. Wait, Blaze, aren't you going to go down? 300.
Maybe
No, you're
it'll be
not. Never
close.
mind. Never mind. My math was off.
It'll be close. It'll be close.
Keras suffers. It is an avoidable mechanic, so a death saving throw.
Yay.
Trevas.
Before you hit me, because of Heart of the Farseer, this 28 doesn't matter, and I take 150 instead, right?
Ye.
What's
Heart
Heart
of
of
the
the
Farseer, you mean?
You need to link things when you talk about them.
I did.
There.
Thought I did.
50% internal, solely eliminated. You get to choose. So you choose whether you want your percentage mitigation or you want your flat numeral mitigation to take over.
Percentage, please.
Good choice.
Oh, that would have been better on you, Matt, actually. Thank you.
Oh, you're right. Whatever.
That's too bad.
That being said, you can't double dip Savande.
I know, that's why I said instead of the 28.
Okay, well you need to remove the 28.
I didn't put it on me.
I can't do that for you.
No, you need to do it, Savande.
You guys
Oh,
have to
damn
go
it.
to
It's
main
manual.
page. Go to main
What do
page.
I need to add now? 28 damage? Is that it?
Yep.
28?
Yes, you guys need to go to main page on your thing, and then just get rid
I
of your
know
temp
how
HP.
to remove it. I had a dice in my hand that had self damage, and it was.
Is
gonna
anyone
just
here
do it.
within 30 feet of each other? I don't think so. No.
No.
Okay. So that means that mechanic has resolved, so Sundial disappears, and
What does these thingies do? Let me read.
For you, nothing.
because you mitigated thunder, adaptation will drop.
Nice. Still
Okay.
spooky, but nice.
Did I forget anything? End of round. Purge. Everyone's purge effects, please.
I don't have one.
Okay.
I don't have one.
Can I purge power break?
I don't know. Does
No,
tether
you can't. What?
tether cannot be purged, right?
No.
Okay.
Solar Sentinel starts its turn and will trigger. Halo Cleaver.
I have a feeling he's gonna target the top guys.
I'm gonna have to cast arrays, aren't I?
And he will trigger Sundial. How do I spell this? Did I spell this right? Yeah, I did. Sundial Pilgrimage.
Oh, everyone gets scorched.
Pilgrimage.
Pilgrimage.
Oh, lovely.
Pilgrimage has been triggered. So has Halo Cleaver, and we're dead.
Should
Zavara.
figure out what that is.
Okay.
Who's the cleaver hitting this time?
Sundial Pilgrimage.
Oh yes, Halo Cleaver.
Also, Steph, we can see your Facebook messages.
Ah, where? No. Ah, sorry. Wait, was there anything juicy?
I think so. You're talking to Miss Mess.
Nothing that we don't already know.
I mean, I'm a priest. I'm very familiar with pilgrimages.
Lol, I was streaming my conversation with this man. Okay, that's funny. Okay, we're good.
I was trying to make
It's
a
my bad.
Pornhub joke.
What was I doing? Blaze's turn. Oh yeah, he wants to reveal the mechanic.
Wish to know when Cleaver is going off.
Oh yeah, we need to know when Cleaver's going off too. Yeah, because I keep forgetting my own mechanic. All right, I revealed the Halo Cleaver trigger, and Zavara rolled high enough to reveal the mechanic for Pilgrimage. Spawn the sundial mechanic, and spawn 4 numbered indicators above enemy heads. In the order of the marked enemies, starting with number 1, at the end of each enemy turn, deal 100 holy damage to the marked enemy and all enemies within their intercardinal direction.
Oh, good.
So you get the move.
Enemies damaged more than once by this mechanic will suffer double damage from the mechanic from their second instance of damage onward.
So we're dead.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not exactly. Kind of.
Because we have the tethers.
We're
Yeah.
tethered. I'm hitting everyone first, and then Blaze gets to go. He'll not hit everyone, probably, but
That being said, I do need to raise you, don't I?
Trevas will definitely.
I can raise him if you want.
He won't get a turn. Unless you have something to deal with that.
What do you mean?
The cardinal direction is based, just so I'm understanding the mechanic correctly, the cardinal direction is based off of the boss, right? So technically we have to be in each. Like one person
shit.
has to be in.
I have to spawn the sundial mechanic. Intercardinal. Yeah. So
Yeah, so one person has to be like bottom left, one has to be bottom right, one has to be top
Yeah.
left, one has to be top right, technically for the mechanic to work.
yes.
Okay.
So
at the end of Blaze's turn, Keras goes off. We all take 100, including
200.
him. 200. 100 damage to each. No, I believe that's supposed to be 100 damage to you and all enemies in your cardinal direction.
a double to us. I thought.
You guys
Enemies
will suffer
damaged more
double.
than
You
once
guys will
double.
you guys will suffer double after.
At the end of
technically.
Keras' turn.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
if I get him
after
up,
Keras you'll take double damage from any sequenced hit after.
so what I have
So-
to do
That's
is
how-
I have to raise him.
Wait, isn't Keras going off at end of Blaze's turn because he's number 1?
Yes.
Yeah. Blaze is first.
So-
I'm gonna get punched in the face by 100
Bla-
damage.
Blaze is gonna move, right? To the
Yeah, but Blaze won't take damage, but everyone else will.
Everyone
from
our
yours.
cardinal
Yes.
direction from his, yes. That being
And doesn't
said,
Tethers. Okay, go ahead.
it's AoE damage. We're all simultaneously taking the hit. So technically, if I were to raise him now, he gets up to 10% of 4, so 47, and then he dropped down to 1, and then you would sacrifice your remaining health to prevent him from falling. So after your 100 is damaged, you'd be at 922. You sacrifice 5 health, bring him up to 5 health. I think that's how that sequence would work.
But
Blaze, it's your turn.
I
You
was
got
saying 200. Sorry.
I think we've taken too much damage at this point. If you guys think it's salvageable, it's hard to say though.
Just play it out.
There's no consequence for failure. Might as well get
That's
as much
not true.
experience as you can. Oh,
I'm just kidding.
nice. You've become so
Wow.
cold since I've seen you.
Why do you have to position there? Now I can't, like, is the two peeking out? Do we peek? Peek?
Is
Do we
that
peek the two? Do we peek the two? I'm just gonna put the numbers underneath everyone because Thunder's a dick. All right.
Thank you.
Now it's on Spiritus. I hope you're happy.
Welcome to the fight, Emperor.
You damage Spiritus, he's gonna come kick your ass.
True.
Force break. Hey, you're no longer prone.
Feels good to be pro.
Keras, how much movement do you have?
How much movement I have?
Keras,
135.
can you get to that into? Whoop. Can you get to that into card?
I have to
Can I
conceptual.
get to that into cardinal? No.
Right. Since I have to conceptual saving throw the next hit, otherwise we wipe. Because there's no way I can just tank it and let you guys take backlash damage. That's not going to work.
Is correct.
So then it's better to double down on breaks in that case. So goodbye, missed break. Hello, permanent misbreak. All right. That's 2 quintessence spent on 2 turns. So that means 2 charges. All right. Your turn, Keras. Good luck.
Blast me.
Not everybody.
Everyone except
Is it light based?
Line Johnny Cage.
Light based, right?
What?
So he would go down, but he stays at 1.
Why?
Oh, because of
He's still
the
tethered
tether?
to Sacred Bond.
Who's he tethered to?
Trevas.
Me.
Okay, so they're being hit simultaneously by this, which means I'd have to hit them both simultaneously
Oh.
and
Okay.
then hit you.
Then I'm tethered to Blaze.
Okay, so now whatever happens, happens.
Sacrifice 5 health, right?
So Trevas sacrifices 5 health to bring Keras back up, and Blaze sacrifices math.
927 damage.
24 health to bring me back up.
I need a damage die, damn it.
I need to heal myself for
24 for Blaze.
Yep.
Thank you.
I healed myself, I shouldn't have.
Thank you. I saw that. Oh, what happened?
I'm gonna heal myself for 5 damage to get rid of unconscious.
Did you take 5 damage, Trevas?
I did. I went from 922 to 927.
Can you get a prod off me, Matt? Prod off me stuff?
I'll do my best.
Okay, what about Lumi? What's he being healed by?
24.
I shouldn't be the one doing this. Like, you guys have all the tools to be able to do this.
You started. I was going to.
Prone is off. You're up. Okay. The only person who has not been marked by sundial, by pilgrimage rather, sorry, is Thunder.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
It's your turn, Keras.
This thing explodes for 50, right?
50 feet. Yeah.
So I can't find my stupid pointer. Where are you?
Shame.
I'm like stuck in my own pointer. Okay, that doesn't hit either of you if it does explode. So that is nice.
I'm gonna use my reaction for a
What are you doing, Keras?
Trying to figure out if I can kill this thing.
I'm gonna use my reaction for a Y potion.
I don't see any way for Trevas to get out of his thing, man. I think he's gonna blast you again, for sure.
I can't move out of there, no.
So should I just kill this circle? I take 100 damage, though.
If Trevas's blast comes into this quadrant, technically I still stay up due to my no, it depends on the timing actually. No, Solar Wisp has a turn, so I still stay up to per my limit break.
Okay. I will, I guess, disengage and go down. To here. Move me, please.
You forgot your number?
Granted, he doesn't need his number.
I don't need my number anymore. And then I shoot Fiaraga at number 1. Spend the mana. That's a
Or not.
miss. Or not.
Do you have any negation?
No. You made it.
Okay.
I do so despise watching a wounded animal suffer. It is against my delicate sensibilities.
As he says that, Caius will just kind of slowly turn his head from the battle to Spiritus.
Delicate sensibilities. They don't know any better. I will reveal the rest of the challenge to you should you choose to succeed currently. That is my offer. You may also, of course, continue to limp about and get slammed by a giant armored creature, but that's entirely up to you.
Let's succeed, because I think
Succeed.
Kyrie's better at this than anyone else, and I should be taking the Solar Sentinel. And cleansing all of our debuffs.
I'll take it it's a surrender then.
Regrettably.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Very well.
We will.
I wanted to make a better first impression.
Combat ends, and Spiritus will snap his fingers and the fiends will disappear.
Well fought, brother.
N-
Notably better since the few times we've been here.
I'm sorry, what was that? There was a ringing in my ears.
Oh, I'm just saying we seem to be performing better as a team functionally. You
It's
too,
just-
Zoldarian. It was great to see you slay those wisps effectively.
That's
I
the sound.
appreciate that.
That's the sound of failure. You know, that's why it rings so hard.
I must admit you did better than I had anticipated. Perhaps there is a reason Wisp invited mortals to our meeting after all. Well, already I was pleasantly impressed by the warrior of light known as Star, was it?
That it was.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
But the rest of you have impressed me as well.
Trevas
It was an
football.
honor to watch you do battle.
Is there a Zuldarian like military salute that I can do?
Yep, it's when you grasp both of your forearms and hold them out in front of you. It's like a form of salute.
So I've got a question. If the Farseers and the Zoldarian Empire, we've been taught that we've been fighting each other since, well, Nova's beginning. Caius, why are we so chummy to Spiritus or the Emperor himself?
Emperor Sage and Spiritus are not the same person. Not in so many words, after all. Long ago, the Farseers made an agreement with Spiritus. In exchange for his services.
Caius will look at Spiritus kind of hesitantly, as if asking permission.
The agreement was sworn to secrecy.
Spiritus will roll his eyes and just kind of put a hand in front of his face and start rubbing his temples.
My reasons are my own, warrior, but I will tell you this.
He'll raise that hand and just kind of shut his fist momentarily. And as he does, a single pyrefly will just kind of fly out of all your pyrefly makeups and just kind of hover in front of you.
When Firas came to me begging, I made a deal with him. And with the one you know as Caius Balin. I took what remained of your precious goddess, and I applied my own magic to it. The pitiful thing that was brought to me was broken and shattered. Apparently the doing of Maduin, one of Bente's brothers.
That turd.
Firas begged me to not allow her to pass, but instead turn her into something more. And so I did. I must admit what she has done beyond that is not of my own influence. In exchange, the Farseers, the descendants of Etrel, the ones dedicated to her memory, would serve me to further a personal matter of mine.
as the pyreflies just kind of float before you, you guys will realize that the pyrefly that he kind of forced out of you was a fragment of Etro's pyrefly that forges her soul. When he moves his hand again, the pyrefly will rejoin your pyrefly makeup, and he'll turn around.
It is because of I that your goddess still lives. Well, part of her. As much of her as I could salvage, however. Maduin didn't do extensive damage. The actual extent of the damage done, you may want to ask him personally. I always wondered why he did what he did. At first, I thought only hubris was to blame. Until I learned of the truth. As for my own ambitions, I'm afraid I will need more time before I can trust you with those. But suffice it to say that I am not the evil emperor you have been led to believe. Even your precious Solheim was destroyed for a reason, warrior of the sun.
I find
Blaze
wiping
will-
out an entire people seems unlikely or necessary, but I
Blaze will look-
suspect we did something fucked. I just don't know what.
Fucked. I would say it was nothing that your people did directly. But what you have to understand, Fire Mage, is that death is not the horrible thing you think it is.
He'll look you up and down at your reforged and recast body, obviously emphasizing to look on your steel ribs and your steel jaw and your steel arms.
There are things worse than death, Keras.
What, you don't find me pretty? I like these abs just fine. Pet, pet.
Pet, pet.
Clank, clank. It's like here.
Tell you what, warrior of the sun.
Spiritus will approach and he'll fish around inside his robes for a moment and produce a medallion and hand it to you.
What's this?
If ever the day comes you wish to take vengeance for what happened to your people, then I will face you in this arena.
There's like we get medallions every time you come here.
Should you defeat me, I will allow you to put me to rest.
Accepted.
While
Quell the fire in your heart, and you may yet understand why death is not as evil as you perceive it to be. I look forward to our meeting in Zoldad. Well, those of you who have been invited, of course.
Yeah, I'm not going to that.
Well,
A
it seems we're
wise
not.
choice.
It seems we're not enemies, which is fine by me. But it still would be a bad message for whatever your reason is, for me or my brother to show.
It depends.
Again, a wise choice. Though
got some-
Hrothgar themselves are not unwelcome within Zoldad, if you do not announce yourselves as Farseers, you are welcome within my city. If you, of course, adhere to its regulations.
And that brings to my point. You know, words of light as strong as we are, we have some rash individuals. One you kind of took liking to is kind of our ambassador at times, but she has a roar in deep in her, and she gets angry at times. You know, someone to kind of remind her of the traditions and customs of Soledad would be great. I was planning on taking that, but whole, I have Eidolon in my arm. might not look great, and I was not with the rest of you when the planet exploded. Do you think you could make it so it's not obvious that I have that thing in my arm when I walk through the halls?
I am afraid illusions are not my forte. And nothing that I cast to hide what is in your arm will stop Aman from seeing it.
Oh, I'm not too worried about that. I
If
was
you
hoping that-
come to Zoldan, I will welcome you. But I cannot say the same for my first magnate.
Yeah. I have a feeling I'm
So
gonna
I
be
will leave the
grounded.
decision entirely up to you.
Yeah.
Though I will say that being someone who is connected to your father, I know that he cares for you. He cares for you as deeply as he is disappointed in you.
Yeah, I do that sometimes. See, he always wanted me to be a Imperial Guard, not a Shadow Walker to begin with.
Okay.
Pyromancy.
He'll just kind of open his arms wide in like a finalizing motion, and he'll be like,
It was a pleasure. Should you wish to try again, Keras, and perhaps bring honor to your goddess, who, do not forget, is my sister, my dear sister, then I will welcome you to try again. In fact,
he'll produce a Colosseum voucher and hand it to you.
the next one's on me.
Nice.
And he will wink, literally wink at at all of you altogether, and be consumed in darkness and disappear.
Okay. With that, can I do something? As he disappears, I'm not doing anything to him or anything like that.
No.
I just want to do one more thing before we end. So with the in the last Colosseum fight, I was able to roll a nat 20, and with that nat 20, I studied Caius's shadow magic. Knowing all the knowledge I have fought his shadow. Can I pick the similarities and how the two shadow magics are related? What just the Emperor just used, both summon and the disappear, and what Caius used that I watched many a times already and have a really good understanding of.
Sure. I'll let you roll once before he fades away completely.
Okay.
What skill check would we use for you to observe it? Tactics? Yeah, I'd say.
I was gonna say Ubromancy since it's shadow magic.
Uh,
To understand his shadow magic.
I mean, so Umbromancy could allow you to understand if there are any similarities between Umbromancy and whatever Spiritus is doing. But it's it's like taking a chance. If there's almost no comparisons, if there's no similarities, I'm going to give you next to nothing. If there are similarities, you'll get a shitload from Umbromancy. If you do something more what's the word, like generalized, then it's easier for you to, try to piece together what he's doing.
Okay, would it be tactics or perception?
I'd say tactics.
Okay. Any modifiers? Nothing?
No, I'd say no. Very difficult. Radiation is even aligned to you. That's actually not bad. I'll give you 500 recon for that. You do notice some similarities as he fades away. For example, the way he modified the Colosseum was very similar to the way Caius modifies the Colosseum. Every single time that Spiritus seemed to channel whatever his radiation was, you noticed as he was disappearing that Caius's form just kind of flickered, and you could almost see through Caius and his Firefly makeup as Spiritus was fading away. Beyond that, you didn't understand much else. Perhaps if you do it consecutively, you'll be able to learn more.
And maybe
All right, guys,
when I
send me your
learn
votes for
more-
MVP. Good job in the session.
Cool, cool, cool.
Mm-hmm. I don't think he'll use that medallion right away. He wants to know what happened in Solheim before he makes any real judgments.
I'm gonna add the challenge. It's a red challenge though, so you might want to. It's difficulty is question marks. So you might want to get some stuff before you try it.
Not be level 40.
Level 40, let's go, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can carve your revenge, or you can try and corroborate the things he's saying. He's obviously keeping secrets, so that's could be a red flag. It could also be a precaution. He speaks of his sister fondly, and you respect Amaterasu, so it's strange.
I think he would ask her first before
It's
ever making that decision.
It's a good person to ask for sure. You could
know,
ask her what her brother's integrity is like. What if and if he's just a deceiver or if he's actually wise.
Because like her tenants don't agree with like egregious revenge.
I don't think that would be deceiver. That just impersonation of death.
Like Keras isn't blind to it. He's just that the pain is still so raw, even though it's been so long to what's going on. Because you don't lose your whole family, plus everyone you've ever known, and just come out of it the same person.
Exactly. And now to find out that apparently you lost everyone for some greater purpose and not just a tyrant emperor's whims is going to be fucking with your emotions.
Makes it worse because it's like, what the fuck did my people do to deserve this?
Mm-hmm.
If it's with death, maybe they were trying to make themselves immortal in some way.
Someone that's death back.
I just like the finding out that he's not what we thought he was. We thought he was going to be like the big bad guy, evil emperor. We find out he's the primordial of death, and there's some other narrative going on in the background that we're not privy to yet.
But like,
it's very interesting.
He lives two lives, because even Kais was like, the emperor is different from Spiritus.
Yeah.
The role he plays is entirely different, I would say.
I did that a long time ago. I prefer putting things in my armory than.
I feel like I should run Kiri for this challenge.
I want Ivatan to talk to the Emperor. I want to figure out what's actually going on with Hoimaru then, because it's clearly not the weapon I thought it was.
Mm-hmm.
It's not some demon killing blade.
Well, I'm gonna make it a demon killing blade eventually, but
so you have to ask yourself if Spiritus is doing things out of necessity, and if he is treating if whatever he's doing is essentially either neutral or good in nature, then technically Hoimaru is exactly what you thought it was. It is a blade of vengeance. It's just Hoimaru and the blades like it are the antagonists, not the protagonists.
Cool.
It's a demon blade.
It's quite literally a demon blade, a blade twisted by vengeance. My kingdom died for a greater purpose. Fuck you, I'm killing him. But wait, if you kill him, then we won't ever know what he's doing to defend us. I don't care. Kill him.
Fuck you. I'm not Easter, man. I'm not going to jump into that narrative. Death to all oppressors, even though they probably had a reason.
Even though they probably had a reason. He revealed something about Etro that was interesting too.
We're all
she's still alive.
Not still alive, I would say. Like her soul's been split
quotations.
She's the
Well, you
reason.
guys are always wondering how she was able to grant her Pyrefly to everyone, and
And it's Spiritus. He's the one who's divided each Pyrefly into each person. So he's
no, he doesn't choose the people. He's the one that.
He lets them have like sentient choice. You know, they can go on their own.
No, you misunderstood. Spiritus is the one that converted her being into this thing, whatever this thing is that spreads from person to person.
Okay, gotcha.
Spiritus is what turned her into whatever she is now. Because when Feras brought her to him, she was a broken thing. She was fading.
Ooh, that must really have gone against what he was about, because like she's now a mortal stuck in this constant body that's like shifting and changing. She can never die because she just constantly becomes someone else.
It might have helped her become.
I'm
still of the theory that Etro has become a primordial of sorts.
Maybe of hope of in some small significant way.
I still really like that theory, and I think he's clearly part of the reason why.
And like we wouldn't sense that because we're not made up of the Pyreflies of hope, you know. That's where Nova and God, what it's called, whatever the other one is.
Chrysalis.
Yeah, Crystallian Pyreflies. So we wouldn't have a sense of her in that way. At least not a real immediate one.
There are a lot of secrets.
Still stuck on why our tribe is like in a constant war with them.
The Farseers are not at war.
Constantly running from them, being hunted.
Yes.
All right.
Curious.
First Fiends of the
So
Sun.
I love it.
I don't know why,
It's so
but
cool, so interesting.
the way he way he talked about it, about the Solheim thing, and this is out of character, just like brainstorming. Like what you said, like they were doing something with that, like immortality or something like that. They were trying to do something that's against the laws of
Like they were
nature in
led
that sense, right?
they were led by a Lunarian. Maybe it's a Lunarian who was involved in the process of creating these primordial beings and
Oh,
Do
thank
you
you.
think
wanted
I,
to
I,
usurp his sister potentially? I mean, like that's possible.
I thought they were trying, maybe like that was the first thing that popped into my head. Maybe they were trying to bring her back,
Maybe
and
bring her
it would have
back,
been an
or even take her
abomination.
place. You know,
Yeah.
like take her power for themselves. And like that's a very real possibility because she never spoke to them. They
Yeah.
followed her tenets, but never a word.
Because she was already dead, they said. Steph said,
At
right?
that point, so in many ways built on a lie in a sense, because like she never really was giving them any protection. So it's curious to see why she spread like she did. Should I run the next party with Kiri?
It's a very break heavy party, so yeah, anything, get rid of that.
It's a very break heavy party. He can do the duelist mechanic himself by himself essentially, and run around killing the orbs if he needed to. I didn't get a sense how much damage they could take. It was probably 300, 400 ish.
Yeah, because the one on the um, top left was heavy,
Mm-hmm.
and you got
Okay.
him to heavy just with your damage. I didn't do anything to that one at all.
Yeah. I wasn't able to hit it. It's like I kept missing or didn't have enough. Or the power break really set me back because like it's significant when I smack someone
Mm-hmm.
with my blaze sword version, even though it's not maxed yet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's unlocked my stuff. Nice. I need to level twice.
You also need some range DPS too, and a dedicated duelist or tank. That's gonna be you though. Never mind.
I would take care of it. Yeah. Because dodging is more important than getting hit, because it's a lot of damage to sprint with everyone.
No, if you have a strong enough healer, that was completely manageable.
Yeah, if the healer could take care of 200, 200, maybe get hit by 1, that's fine, but like Kiri could handle that mechanic by himself, didn't like have time to spare.
I do
fine.
agree. Ivatan would have been a better choice to bring on this one as well.
I think so too. But how far can you dash? Isn't there stuff like based on like dashing or something to do AoE damage?
To do area damage?
AoE damage, yeah.
Yeah.
You probably couldn't do AoE damage, but you could stick to one and then focus it down.
I mean, I'd be doing the dueling.
Yeah,
I'm better kitted for that.
probably.
Like,
How often can Kiri?
literally,
Go ahead.
literally, what I would do is I would be saving my bonus action to do because I also have a duelist